Hello and welcome to DevWave Diaries. If you're ready to level up your web design skills, you've come to the perfect place. In today's video, I'll show you how to create this background GIF animation using CSS to create a visually stunning, interactive designs. Let's get into it. Let's start by creating a div with the class name page1. Inside this div, create another div with the class name text. Now, inside this text div, add an h1 tag and write any heading you like. For example, here I write DevWave Diaries, then create a p tag and add a short message. Here, I write subscribe to see more as a message. This is the only HTML code we need for this animation. Now, let's move on to the CSS portion. In this CSS file, you can see that I've already added Google Fonts. Here is the Google Fonts import line, and below it, I've written the font family that we'll use for this animation. If you also want to use this font, you can find the link in the video description where I'll share the GitHub link. First, let's create a CSS boilerplate. Inside it, set margin 0 and padding 0 to remove any default spacing. Use box sizing, border box to include padding and borders within an element's total width and height, making layout calculations easier. Finally, copy the font family line and paste it inside the boilerplate to apply the chosen font to the entire document. Now, open the browser, and you'll see the heading and the text message displayed. The font style we added has also been applied to the website. Next, let's style HTML and body element. Set width to 100% and height to 100%, this will ensure the page will fill entire browser window. Then add background #000 to add a black background, and set color white to set text color white, creating a good contrast for readability on the dark background. Now, let's style the page1 div. Set its width to 100% and height to 100 VH to make it cover the entire viewport. Use display, flex to enable flexbox for layout, justify content, center to center content horizontally, and align items, center to center it vertically. Add flex direction, column to stack the content vertically and set position, relative for positioning within its parent container. Next, let's style the h1 tag inside the text div. Set its font size to 7 rem to make the heading large and visually prominent. After that, style the p tag inside the text div. Set its font size to 2 rem to make the text message visually distinct but smaller than the heading. Now, let's create a before pseudo element for the page1 div. Set its content to an empty string, to make it visible, and use position, absolute to position it relative to the page1 div. Set inset 0 to make it cover the entire div. Add a background image property and write URL, inserting any background image you like. If you want to use the same image I use, check the video description where I'll share the GitHub link. After that, set background size to cover so the background image fills the entire area without distorting its aspect ratio, and set background position to center to keep the image centered within the page1 div. Open the browser, and you will see the background image covering the whole page. However, it is positioned on top of the heading and text. To fix this issue, add some styles to the text div. Set its position to relative and z-index to 1. This will place the text above the background image. Open the browser, and you will see that the text now appears on top of the background image. Next, let's add some more styles to the before pseudo element. Add mask image and set it to URL, inside it set the ink image location. I will share all this images through my GitHub link. Then, set mask size to cover so the mask fills the element completely, and mask position to center to align it properly. Open the browser, and you will see that the background image is now displayed like an ink splash, thanks to the mask effect we applied. Here, I use a background removed ink splash image. The mask image property helps to show the image only in the black section, removing the background from other areas. This is why the image appears in that specific format, creating the ink splash effect. Now, go to the Vecteezy website, I will provide the link to it in the description of this video. After that, search for ink overlay video and download this type of any video. Next, open any video editor of your choice and import the downloaded video. After that, Trim the video to the portion where the ink spreads over all the white spots. Finally, export the video. Next, visit the ezgif.com website. I will provide the website link in the video description. Once there, click on the Video to GIF Converter button. Now, import the edited video. Then, set the frame rate to its maximum value and click the Convert to GIF button. After that, scroll down a little and click the More Tools button. From there, select the Remove Background option. Then, pick the background color from the video. This tool helps us to remove background of the video. Next, increase this field value to its maximum, which is 10, and then click the Submit button. Now, you can see the background removed GIF. However, it will run infinitely. We need to set it 1. To do this, go to the Tools section, select Change Loop Count, set the loop count to 1, and then click the Change Loop Count button. Now, you can see that the GIF loops only once. Finally, go ahead and press right-click and save it. Next, go back to your VS Code and remove the mask image, URL, link. This is the edited GIF that we created earlier. Now, we just need to add its location inside the mask image URL property. Now, open the browser, and you will see that initially, the background is black. Then, using the mask image property and the GIF, the entire background becomes visible, creating an amazing background animation. If you enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay updated with all our latest content. Your support helps us create more exciting and valuable videos. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode of DevWave Diaries.